all the other stuff that we have planned, which I will not go into because I want to surprise people. Oh, and people will be happy to know that I hadn't touched my PS4 until a couple of weeks ago, and I did actually want to go on a little bit of a rant. So we all remember that Knack got kind of panned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I actually like it.
Mm-hmm.
It plays really, really well. It feels very much like a Pixar movie as far as graphics, and I don't see how you can go wrong with that. But I remember just seeing a bunch of people criticizing, well, it doesn't even look like it's newer graphics. Have you seen some of the later levels? They look pretty freaking awesome.
In other words, it's too cartoony.
Deal with it. Most new IPs are. Alright, we are back on Elysium. And it is time for us to utilize our newly gotten arrow parts.
I mean, maybe it's just because I'm of the sprites era, but I do have a hard time getting into games with ultra realistic graphics.
I don't mind them. I mean,
I'm not saying they're bad by themselves. I'm just like, I don't know why. It's also kind of the reason I can't play Mortal Kombat anymore. It's a little, it's just a little too real to me, and now it kind of makes me queasy.
A little bit. That and where it was just cartoonish in its violence back in the day. Now it's all realistic, and I kind of had the same issue where it's just like, ugh. Hi, Lacus. Can you make my tummy feel better now?
And give us the... Take it away, Adam.
Give us the meteor packs already?
Yes.
I want my freaking meteor packs! Alright, so now that we have done this and we've healed up and... Oh, did we heal up? Didn't somebody have poison? No.
And sing us a song.
Now it is time for us to utilize... So... Dang you, random encounters. You ruined my point. You destroyed it! I hope you're happy. Okay.
We got the drums now.
Yes, we have the drums. Now, we've been seeing these roads and buildings everywhere, and Alex asked way back when what they are for. Well, here's what they're for. Transform!
Aerojet.
Friend transforms into an aerojet! They are runways.
Oh.
So now we can fly. Which means...
What happens if you try and access them before you get the transformer abilities?
Nothing.
Okay.
You'll sit there and walk in them and go, oh, it's a town. No, it's not. Nothing of the sort. And here's the thing. You are also restricted in this because you can only land at runways.
Right.
So that's kind of the downside here. Alright, so you're completely... Let's see...
Ah, that music's so Genesis. I love it.
It really is. But this was just kind of to sample it for people. We actually need to land. Because we need to go back to Frigidia.
But this is our ship music of this game.
This is... exactly! Ship music! I know I'm going to get a comment eventually. Stop doing the Transformer noise! It's creepy! Well, if I had the sound effect, which I've actually looked for on the internet...
Really? You have
and no one has provided it...
Are you talking like the movie sound effect or
no, the old... Well, the movie sound effect is the old 80s one.
Oh, really?
At least in the first one. Then they started doing the loud ones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, back into Leia's temple. Where we get to teleport yet again.
Teleport!
So we have teleportation, we have flying. Do we really need to walk anywhere anymore?
No. I would hope not.
No, we really don't. So... But now we actually need to find the runway near here, which I think is relatively nearby.
Get into random encounters.
And get into random encounters. While the evil woman with the sword stares into your soul. And waves her sword at you slightly. Alright. So there should be a ramp around here somewhere. There it is. Ah! It is literally the exact same enemies. Okay, can we kill these guys now? So we can kill her. Please. There we go. And here we go! So we actually do need to use this to go to the next dungeon. However, we are running a little long today, so we'll probably call it here. For the moment, anyway. So let's go ahead and land.
Why somebody tell me you had one of those things?
What was that?
Why didn't somebody tell me he had one of those things?
I know, right? If Ren could do that the entire time, why didn't we have access to it?
Well, gun. Need a moment or two alone, boys.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, and we are saved with our friend Lacus the Third. Lacus the Third!
Lacus the Third! You're gonna lupine, I'll go Pyros, we'll call it a day.
Alright, so that is actually going to have to do it for this week. When we get back, we get to go into the... Welcome back, everybody, to this Let's Play of Phantasy Star 3. We are Drak and Shadow, and we are once again in the 3rd generation, and it's time for us to go a little bit further into the story. I know you guys are so excited about that, right?
I know I am.
Okay, so it's time for Ren to transform and roll out. Because it's time for us to go to the Sky Haven. Which just so happens to be this flying group of squares right here. Oh, just doesn't it look pretty?
Very pretty.
Alright, so into the Sky Haven we go. And also, again, happy 2015, everybody. Yeah, I forgot to do that, but that's okay. Okay, so let's bring up this map for the Sky Haven. Because I don't want to mess this up. Okay, so, as you can see, this is kind of a haven for robots. Oh, wrong button. My masters have waited centuries for you. Who are your masters?
We welcome you to Castle of Skyhaven. I will now make an arrest.
Exactly. On behalf of the people of Skyhaven. Alright, so we just gotta go through a little bit. I can't remember if we get random encounters outside, but we might. But isn't the music just so pretty, Alex?
Yeah, it's nice and relaxing.
Oh, and I actually ended up on the wrong end. I'm not going the wrong way, it's just I looked at the wrong end of the map for where I was. So as you can kind of tell, that's where we are going. That's not the way to go. And you know what? If we haven't come across a random encounter yet, we probably won't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there are random encounters.
Mm-hmm. So, what are we here to do in Skyhaven? Well, this is actually going to kind of unlock the final weapons in the final quest, which is what we need, because it's time for us to face the evils of the Dark Force. Yes, they actually called it right this time. Oh, and who are these people? The ultimate evil dwells on a floating city in the barren wastelands of the dome named Terminus. I get it. Terminus, terminate.
A word of ultimate power has been lost for ages. This name can empower the weapons of legend.
Okay. The ancient heroes used the legendary weapons. These are Arachio's sword, Mion's claw, Siren's shot, Leia's bow, and Loon Slicer.
The name of power can be learned on Sage Isle. In Draconia, the world of Old Sile and
Shusor.
Our dungeon holds aquapods for Ren.
Oh, look, more transforming.
These will enable you to wrest Orichal's sword from its watery tomb and visit Sage Isle.
So that's actually kind of the failsafe that they did, is that one of the weapons is really hard to obtain. So, to discover the lost name, you must first find all 5 weapons of ancient legend. Alright, so we will not know the secret password until we discover all the weapons. Makes sense. And now it's time for us to go into the Skyhaven dungeon.
And yeah, you kind of spoiled it that Dark Force is our final boss.
No, I think it's actually been mentioned at this point, so... If it hasn't, then I apologize to people.
Yeah, I heard you mentioned that.
But we've said it a couple of times. Dark Falls, Dark Force, he's kind of prevalent in the Phantasy Star series, so it's kind of expected.
Yeah. Staryu and a planet and something.
So does this mean we're actually planet killers?
Cool.
Nice. And we have a yoga bot. I don't know what else to call that, other than a yoga bot. Alright, so... Wow, this does not go where I want it to go. It's a transforming planet!
Very nice.
Oh crap, it's Unicron! Yeah, you know that one guy that everybody wanted the Transformers movies from Michael Bay to do? Do you see now why I didn't want him to do it?
Well, so now he's doing it, apparently.
No, he's not doing Unicron.
Oh.
He's said numerous times he's not doing it. Besides, if he did Unicron, I wouldn't see it. Age of Extinction was too much. I'm sorry, Age of the Marky Mark was too much. I don't... See, the problem is that Michael Bay wanted me to hate Kelsey Grammer, and I actually like Kelsey Grammer, and I can't hate him.
I don't think he... Well, no, you don't want to hate him, but you love him as a villain.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you love to hate him.
Yeah. That's because Kelsey Grammer plays an awesome villain.
He really does.
Hello, bot.
I always forget that he is Sideshow Bob, and it is a wonderful thing to forget every time. In fact, didn't they do kind of like a Frasier reference? And when Sideshow Bob's brother shows up, he's played by David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, and Sideshow Bob's father is played by John Mahoney, I think his name is.
I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh!
So yeah, they pretty much just did a whole Frasier thing.
That is awesome. Please tell me there was a segment where they all were just hitting their heads against rakes.
There might have been now that I think about it. There was also sort of a Maris joke.
Oh man, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it is when we first meet Bob, the episode where Bob's brother comes in and Bart covers his eyes, goes, "Guess who?" And Cecil goes, "Maris?"
Oh, jeez. Alright, we are just bringing up people's HP because we took a bit of a beating in trying to get to the other side of the room. But now, it looks like we're making progress. Is that his actual name, Cecil?
Yeah, Cecil.
Man, poor Bob. So can we be perfectly honest about The Simpsons for a second?
Yeah.
I think they're near the end. I really do.
You really think they're coming to an end soon?
I do.
I'd like to think that they are.
Yeah, because I mean, how many seasons are we at now?
Oh, like 20 plus.
Yeah, it's a huge number at this point. I can't help but wonder if they're near the end. And somebody, I don't know if this, I don't think this is recent news, but somebody was actually telling me that Mrs. Krabappel passed away.
Yeah, Marcia Wallace did die last year.
Oh, I like Mrs. Krabappel.
Yeah, me too. And weirdly enough, of course, she ended up married to Flanders.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me that.
Yeah, so
she ended up with Flanders.
Makes me want to actually watch a few new episodes just to see how they work around for Krabappel now.
Oh, they probably just got somebody else to play her.
No, they usually retire characters when their voices die.
I don't see them retiring Mrs. Krabappel. Like, the very second that Bart moves up a grade, then they'll graduate her, but...
Which, that's probably what they've done, is just bump...
They've moved him up to the... What is he, 5th grade? So they moved him up to the 6th grade.
I think he's actually would be a 5th grader now, because I think he's always been in 4th grade.
No, 4th grade, yeah, that's right.
So now he'd be a 5th grader.
Because he had to... Because this is one of the points where I actually do kind of agree with Doug Walker. One of my favorite episodes is the one where Bart's trying to not repeat the 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And everything comes out to try and distract him. And the main reason that I love it is because of that last moment. Kind of like Doug Walker said in his top Simpsons episodes. Because it is a heartfelt moment. You've seen Bart struggle this entire episode. And when he just starts busting out in tears, you feel for him.
Yeah.
Because you know that you've been there right along with him as he has struggled to learn. And so that's why I will always like Mrs. Krabappel. Because that was also kind of, at least in my opinion, a defining moment for that character, too. Because she totally could have failed him. I mean, up until that point, they literally cemented her as a teacher that didn't give a crap.
Yeah.
And all this Simpsons talk is making Alex a little nervous.
It's making me nervous?
I don't know. You're the one... You look like you're nervous. I don't know.
I'm really hot because it's hot in here.
Yes, it really is. People don't realize this. In the in my office where we record Drak and Shadow, I think it's just because of all the soundproofing and all that stuff that it keeps the heat in really well as the sound. So we are literally like cooking ourselves alive in here for your pleasure. Oh, I actually was going to ask if you saw the big news that came out over last week. So you and me have been watching, since we've been getting requests to do Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you see the announcement?
I've heard of a Five Nights 3, yes.
Yes, that Scott Cawthon has announced Five Nights 3.
Yes.
I'm
looking forward to it. I really am.
And to the people who are asking, are you going to do it?
Yes.
Yes, we're planning on it. We just need to free up some space in our roster, and then we can do it.
Well, we could probably... It should be easy enough to squeeze into Indie Month, because I don't think we're going to actually do a full completion playthrough of it.
No. I wasn't planning on going farther than the sixth night.
Yeah,
because...
we're not going to go Markiplier 2020
no,
mode.
No.
Well, frankly, we're probably just going to play till we die. A couple times.
No, I like the plot of Five Nights, so we can go to the sixth night, but...
I do too, but I don't know that we're going to make it. Jeez.
I've already been kind of working on it, so... kind of learning everything I need to learn. What's actually really sad is that, so, I found out that my nieces play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, wow.
Yes. One of them was at a sleepover or something like that and found out you can get Five Nights at Freddy's on a tablet. And so she has Five Nights at Freddy's on her tablet. And, her parents didn't know what Five Nights was. So, like, when we discovered this, she was kind of in trouble, but then I stepped in for her, because I'm like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you're spending the night in a haunted Chuck E. Cheese, basically. And so, if she's not freaking out at the jump scares, then I think you're fine. Because that's actually how I found out, is because she got jump scared, and I recognized the sound. So I'm like, what are you playing? And she's like, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, this is literally... I wish we could take a picture of this. This was my face.
They can't see your face.
Yeah, I know. I really wish we could do that, because... Oh, man. it just blew my mind. She took on Five Nights at Freddy's. And I even told her about the fact that people have actually completed 2020 mode.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just like, oh my gosh, I need to watch them so I can do it. I'm like, really?
She's pretty hardcore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I gotta admit.
One of my nieces is an absolute hardcore gamer.
Mm-hmm.
I swear she will be the only completionist of the family, and it's just gonna happen. I mean, she trash talks us all in fighting games, so... And it's you never thought trash talking would be cute, but, well, my niece proved you wrong. Because when she comes up and says, I'm gonna beat your butt until next Tuesday, you're just like, aww, that is the cutest thing ever. But yeah, I thought you might like that. She plays Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
And she's hooked her sisters on it, too.
There you go. Let's have a junior Drak and Shadow LP here with us.
There you go. We've thought about it, but we need to get parents' permission. Who wears crowns? The Laconian crown.
The Laconian crown.
Let's go ahead and give the royal crown over to Leia. And let's do the royal crown. And it is an improvement. That is good. People will not leave me alone. Why won't they? Why won't they?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yes, we are excited for Five Nights 3, are we not?
Yes. Yes.
If anything, just to see if people like Markiplier actually try and take on the custom modes again.
Oh, you know he will.
I will admit, like, I've watched a couple of the Markiplier videos, and the one that just sticks out to me is Five Nights at Freddy's, because holy crap, he just
Yeah,
over-embellishes everything.
he does.
The other one I like is his...
Hey, Christine Little.
The other one I like, I'll admit, is Don't Starve, that he did. Yes, hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Now Markiplier can advertise our channel.
Oh, I wish. Mark,
we really do wish.
Mark, you listening, bud? We love you.
One would hope. So that's the funniest part about this, is like all the renowned YouTube talent, they all have Let's Play channels.
Yeah.
Or their Let's Plays are intermixed. So like Jesse Cox, Dodger, they all have major channels, but they also have Let's Plays.
Of course so.
Although apparently that is illegal, according to an article you found today.
Yes.
Are Let's Plays actually legal?
Tune in Geek News Saturday night when we discuss this hot topic.
Well, we're actually going to probably be covering the best of 2014 also,
right.
So keep in mind of that.
Alright.
And we just barely got the Aqua parts for Ren. I think that's really all we can get in this dungeon. I'd just like to point out that these guys are technically teabagging us as an attack. I know that's not nice, but, you know, I'm just going to point it out.
Needs some help.
I think everybody needs help at this point. Gear-res. Oh. Just res everybody up.
Well, Leia's okay, but... Oh, unless you already did her, but... Mia's okay.
Well, she's low on TP, so
yeah.
That's why I'm not using her. No, we're okay. Makes me wish I had an escape pipe. Or, even better, Enos!
Why don't you have an escape pipe?
Because I don't.
Well, shame on you.
Just think of the raw levels we're actually getting from this.
If there's one thing I carry around in Phantasy Star Online, it's telepipes.
Oh, sure. But I like being a little overpowered, so it works. I just want to make sure that I'm not walking out without something. I technically am, so let's try and get it. Yeah, we're gonna try and do the best of 2014 because we actually had a little bit of a scheduling issue and holidays have been busy. And Alex has been recovering from his post-traumatic retail stress.
And finally, I'm done with inventory as well, so...
Yay!
Smooth sailing.
Which means he can get back to his videos and all that.
Yes, I do have a couple planned.
So, and people really do need to watch his, like, plea to Sega to fix the problems that they've been having recently.